Hey everyone, welcome back. First off, again, let me apologize for the noise in the room. I live in the desert and the air conditioner is running, and I've got a ceiling fan and a small fan and an ice maker. So I have been working on my Jeep RC project now a little bit more. And let's get the body off. Let me show you where I'm at. I've got the speed controller in, I've got the receiver in, I've got the motor mounted in, I've got a battery held on with a rubber band, but that's another story. And I've got the wheels and tires mounted on, and I have the servo in for the front steering. And this was all really very easy to do. The only trials and tribulations I had is when I put the motor in, and I have never had any experiences with these type of brushless motors before. When I put the motor on, I thought there was something wrong with it because it's one of these motors they call an outrider or an Audi. I honestly didn't know anything about them, and I put that on. I think that can't possibly work like that. That's not right. And then I put power to it, and wow, the whole outside of the case spins. And then that reminded me of reading about the old biplane, radial engines, the very early ones where the whole engine spun, cylinders and everything, and all the problems that went along with mounting the crankshaft solid and having the whole engine spin around it and the propeller mounted to the crank cases instead of the crankshaft. Anyway, that took about 2 hours of time to sort through all that. Then I got back to it and found that it works really well, and I like it a lot. And of course, I ordered a full-size servo instead of a micro servo, and I got that taken care of. What else? The Dumbo DD whatever 350 came with two receivers, a 6-channel and a 10-channel. And I can't imagine what the heck I would need a 10-channel receiver for this. And they both have they both have gyros in them, so that's not an issue. I can't imagine what I would need 10 channels for a RC crawler basher for, so I put the 6-channel receiver in it. And right now I have the battery in the back, because with the battery in the back, the balance is almost exactly 50-50. Whether it should be that in this, I don't know, but right now that seems best to me. And the body is too small. We talked about that in the last video, but I have printed another body. In fact, I have printed not only a bigger body, but I have printed a shorter and a longer nose for it, and I printed a little scaled down interior, and we'll go over those in a future video. But for right now, I want to get this worked out. Let me grab the receiver. And I think I probably bought more, or excuse me, the transmitter. I think I probably bought more transmitter than I really needed. But at the time I bought it, the one I was originally going to buy was 46 bucks. And the Dumbo DD whatever 350, DDF 350, there it is, DDF 350, it was 80 bucks. But then the Amazon Prime Day deals came along and it became 50 some odd bucks. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go ahead and get this one, because it just, for that little difference in cost, it didn't seem to make any sense to buy the cheaper one. So anyway, let me turn the receiver on, and let me tell you something. I spent another couple hours watching videos of this receiver, and it just does way more than I think I'm ever going to need, or at least any more than I'm going to need right now. I have it all hooked up, and as you can see, I got to turn the car on, don't I? Let's do that. And I had to bodge the motor wiring there. Not the motor wiring, the battery wiring. I kind of had to bodge that a bit up because it had the wrong connector on it. I'll have to do something about that before I go much further. But as you can see, it seems to run pretty good. Not terribly fast, and I'm going to have to check the speed that motor's going. I'm not sure if there is some kind of adjustment. Right here, my channel here says I'm going all the way to 100, but yeah, I'm not sure whether that's the right speed. And I even got some lights put on it. The reds obviously are the tail lights, and so that works. I'm just fooling around with those. And then I have another button for the, I forget what channel I put those others on. There we go. There they are. But anyway, that's what I have for right now, and it seems to work good. I'm temporarily going to unplug the lights because I think what we ought to do now, is there anything else I want to talk about right now? This was all really very easy to do. There was nothing particularly difficult about any of it. Oh, and I did find grease in the transfer case. I did not check the differentials. I'm kind of assuming if they grease the differentials, they probably, or excuse me, the transfer case, they did put grease in the differentials. So I think what we ought to do right now, before I go any further, is take this out back and see how it works. And if it seems like it works good, then we'll come back in and I'll start working on getting the body mounted. I need an interior in it because I know it's going to be the interior that mounts to the chassis. At least that's my plan right now. Anyway, I don't know. We'll see. And my plan right now is to make a battery holder in what would be the little cargo area in the back and put that in there. But let's go out back with it and let's see how it works. A couple of things worthy of note here. For starters, it's not that hot out today. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon or something like that, and it's only about 97, 98 out. So actually a fairly pleasant day. And the humidity's up a little bit, or at least up for us. It's up to about 25-30%, and that's high for around here when it's not the monsoon, but maybe we're about to get the monsoon. Also, I have not charged these batteries. I took them right out of the box and put them in. I have a charger for them that I probably should do it, but I just haven't bothered. So let's see how this works. And I have a feeling that there is almost no charge in the battery. Let's see how slow it goes. Low down modulation and control seems to be really excellent with it. I'm really quite surprised at how good it is. Are you seeing that? It may not be that terribly hot out, but it is god-awful bright. Let's run over that dog toy. Not like I think that's going to be any kind of a major triumph for it, but uh-oh, I'm stuck. I'm high-centered. Digging a hole. All right. Apparently it's going to need a little help. Wow, that really got high-centered. I'm surprised it got over those at all. I seem to have a pretty good steering radius. Try those rocks again. Uh-oh, I think the battery just died. Yep, that's all I got. All right. Yep, battery is stone dead. Okay. All right, I have the battery charging. It was at just barely above 6 volts, and we'll take this out and give it another rip when the battery gets fully charged. Probably not in this video, but in the next one for sure. But now I know what I need to know before I continue, and that it all seems to work really well, and that I need to get on and print a body, or at least a body that I like. So you know what? In the next video, which will probably be in a couple of days, I'll come back and we'll take a good look at this body and what we can do about getting the interior in. I'm going to have to figure out body mounts and say interior body mounts. I'm only going to put headlights and taillights in it, so I got to print those up as well. And I want windows too. Anyway, we'll talk about that in the next video. Thanks for watching.